you want to optimize your human performance, you must optimize your hormones. Your hormones are the chemical messengers that tell your DNA which genetics to express. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the 6 performance-based hormones that when you optimize them, you'll be able to get stronger, bigger, taller, and have a faster metabolism so you can keep that fat off of your body. Our first hormone, and probably most important when you really think about it, is luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone creates testosterone. It targets the Leydig cells of the testes to secrete testosterone. And as we know, testosterone helps with many things. I will get more into that because that is another hormone on this list. But we'll just talk about how it will help your cognition, your actual mood, and your sleep. A lot of people don't talk about this, but testosterone actually helps you sleep. When people talk about testosterone, they often fail to recognize that luteinizing hormone is actually behind testosterone. Now, my channel has a lot of different niche, different ways that you can increase your luteinizing hormone, therefore increasing your testosterone. However, just in this video, I'm going to focus on the 3 main ones, not just the basic as just sleep, while I will put that up there, but also make sure to have your saturated fats, your cholesterol, and to lower your cortisol. You know, those are pretty basic, but if you check on my channel, you'll get way more. And you know, I say it all the time, but saturated fats are good for you. The actual bad ones that denature your good saturated fats, your good cholesterol, is the polyunsaturated fats, the seed oils, all that stuff. You've heard about that before. Then we have human growth hormone. Now, human growth hormone actually targets pretty much every single cell in the body. However, it will mainly target and mostly be seen in the liver and the muscle and bone. Growth hormone will be responsible for repair and recovery and growth, especially when your growth plates haven't fused yet and you grow taller, and if they have fused, then you end up growing just wider in general. You can increase your growth hormone with fasting. That's actually a really strong method. And intensity, as in intensity in anything. If you challenge your body in any way, as in having heat exposure, having an intense training session, any intensity that's very strong, well, that needs you to force your adaptation to occur, unless you will not be able to survive, will increase growth hormone. And check out my entire video on growth hormone, on how to optimize it, the little different niche aspects of ways that you can optimize it, and all those things. Thyroxine. Thyroxine targets every single cell in your body, and it is fully responsible for your metabolism. If you have high levels of thyroxine, you will have high metabolism, meaning you can eat a lot more without putting on weight. People who have way too much thyroxine will not even be able to sleep because they have too much energy, because no matter what they do, they will not be able to gain weight because their thyroxine levels are too high. Their metabolism is way too high. You'll see these guys like eating the craziest meals and they just do not gain weight. Alternatively, you can have the worst, honestly, aspect, I believe, is actually feeling tired all the time. Imagine no matter what you eat, you end up getting put on weight. Now, this is not going against the law of thermodynamics and saying that no matter if you're eating -1 calories every single day, you're not going to gain weight. You will gain weight because, you will lose weight if you are not having enough calories. That is simply the truth. However, your metabolism dictated by your thyroxine. So if you want to increase your thyroxine, you want to have more energy, you want to not put as much fat on, you would have more iodine, because thyroxine T4 is actually for 4 iodines. If you have a deficiency in iodine, you will not actually have any thyroxine. If you have no iodine, you will have no thyroxine. Next is make sure to have consistent food. When you see people who actually put on weight often and they have low thyroxine levels, it's because they do not have consistent food. It's kind of putting your body in a survival mode. I remember hearing it being called. Essentially what that means is if you don't have that much food, your body will have lower thyroxine, you'll have lower energy, lower metabolism, because you want to conserve the energy you have. Conversely, if you have more food, more consistency in your food, your body will not have to regulate its thyroxine as much, and you will be able to have more higher metabolic rate, more metabolism. The other thing is selenium helps with proper thyroid function. You can actually help your selenium intake. Most people are deficient. If you have, let's say, just 4 Brazil nuts every day, that helps a lot. Calcitonin is responsible for your bone density and your bone strength. It'll target your bones and kidneys, and when you have higher levels of calcitonin, calcitone it down. When you have too much calcium, it will tone down the calcium levels in your blood, and it will bring it to your kidneys and your bones so that they can become stronger and your kidneys more saturated with calcium. You can secrete more calcitonin by having, of course, more calcium in your diet, like having a glass of milk or something, and then having more sunlight as well as strength training, because if you strength train, you'll need stronger bones. Epinephrine is secreted by your adrenal glands that sit right above your kidneys, inside of the adrenal medulla. The adrenal medulla is like the inner part of the adrenal glands, and its main targets is the heart, the lungs, and muscle. And it will boost energy, your alertness, your focus, and it'll just make your heart, like, it will make you feel really, really pumped up. You can make yourself feel more pumped up by breathing really, really fast, really heavily. You'll see powerlifters do this, like I do this when I am about to hit a PR, like a personal record. If I'm, like, let's say when I was gonna bench 315, I was like, you know, I was like getting really pumped up. And you can also have like a cup of coffee, just become more alert like that. And pretty much any situation that will get you like jolted, like excited. Like if you're being chased by someone, your epinephrine and adrenaline is going to be just through the roof. This will also be another impact of intensity. If you're experiencing short-term intensity, you will experience epinephrine. And then we have the very best hormone, because it simply just basically does all of this. It can get you pumped up, it can get your bones stronger, it can help with growth, it actually will make your bones denser, and it will increase your metabolism. This is why people, when they take steroids, get freaking shredded and also massive. Testosterone, of course. Testosterone is really the main male hormone. It is pretty much, honestly, the best hormone when you think of all the things that it does. You know, fertility, your mood, your actual like vigor when it comes to life, everything is really helps. But testosterone really helps a lot. Testosterone will target your androgen receptors, pretty much every part of your body, most concentrated in your genitals and upper body area, as in your chest, your traps, and your shoulders. This is why you'll see people who take steroids have like being freaking massive around there and not just being freaking massive everywhere else. While they are still really big, usually it will target your androgen receptors here. People who have higher testosterone levels or better androgen receptor sensitivity will have a better upper body. Now, there are countless ways to increase your testosterone. In this video, I will hone in on competition. Testosterone exists for competition. The only reason testosterone exists is for competition. It is so that your genetics, your ancestors could overcome the genetics of other people and show that they have the better genetics. The only reason you are here in your life is because of competition and testosterone that has been fueled around in that cycle of competition and testosterone. Now, these are just surface level ways to increase all of these hormones so that you can enhance your human performance. But if you would like to actually have my full testosterone optimization checklist, my entire system that takes into account all of these hormones and more hormones, you can check the link in the description for my community, where I help people optimize their human performance through their hormonal health and health in general. You will get stronger, you will get quicker, you will get smarter, and essentially every single thing that your hormones help you with for your genetic competitive advantages, my community will help you with. So I urge you, the reason I have so much conviction over this is because I truly believe that this will help you. I know this will help you increase your looks because your hormones influence your looks. That's why when people get older, they end up having, because they have like less DNA health and less amount of hormones in general, they end up becoming less attractive. You will get stronger. I increased my bench press and my squat a collective of over 200 pounds. I benched 315 in 5 months. 5 months after I really honed in on my hormones, after I had been stuck at 225 for 1 year. I guarantee you, you will get these results. You will have that glow in your skin, you will have that vigor when it comes to life, and you will have that mental clarity that causes you to speak the way I'm able to speak, with full clarity, so that you can understand me and you can conquer your goals. Check the link in the description, press that, and join my community. Subscribe, bro, leave a like.